Okay, so yeah, got my new one of my favorite shirts. Tech support here. So you guys wanted to hear about my the strapping system. So that's what I'm gonna go over in this video. Be right back with a piece. So we're gonna start at the top, or we'll start at the bottom. All right. So starting at the bottom, you guys already have seen the this butt plate. We'll start at the back. So I've got two pieces of my triple lock system here for to go up to the back, and here's the tank strap, and then here's my back plate. And flipping it over, I did the suspender version, so I did buckles on just one side, so I've got buckles. I need to trim these things up a little bit, but anyway. So I've mounted two of the triple lock here at the top, just down beneath that crease. I've got two here in the center, and you notice the angle, these go down, so these are for the butt plate to go in. And then these on the side here are already locked in. These are the side straps, because what I noticed was there's not a real good connection between the front and the back on the bottom, so that's what this is for. So when I put it together, you overlap, and then triple lock, and triple lock, and there, boom, back up a little bit. There it is. Now the cool thing is, if I feel it's hanging a little funky, like it looks like that side's a little low, it's probably because I put it in there. You can always adjust, and I can pull it up just a little bit. See? And now I have it a little adjusted, and now it looks pretty even to me. So when I look at it from the back of this side, you can kind of see, and you can measure and see everyth's even. So that's done. Now we move on to the abs and the cod piece. So cod piece you saw last on the other video. I've got tank strap here, and I've got two pieces for the cod piece here. On my ab plate, I've got two strips for the side straps, two strips for the cod piece, and I've got my buckles here for the suspenders. Again, we'll need to do a little bit of adjusting to and trimming and all, just to get these perfect, but I needed to have a little bit of adjustability here, so I'm going to fix these right quick just so they stay in place. There you go. Okay, so now all the straps go. So to attach the cod piece, I just kind of lay it down, center it up. You notice this one kind of hangs at an angle. That's okay, because this just needs to fit right there. And a little adjustment. Pull this up a little tighter. There we go. Cod piece hangs. Now, all I need to do is I line these things up to connect them. I just line them up back to back, or top of the ab piece to the top of the back plate, upside down, so the shiny side's down. And now we'll just turn this around there so you can see. Get everything adjusted. So I've got my side strap here. Side strap will go in. Holds that in. Grab my other side strap. I had a friend measure these, so I put this stuff on, and the cool thing about all this stretchy stuff is you can kind of reach inside here, see? Kind of reaching inside. Now that stays good and snug, and then, again, because everything is easy squeezy Velcro, there's not a lot of snaps. There you go. Now I've got back plate. I can double check, make sure it's covering, right? And if I need to make an adjustment, I can get my handler. If I need to make an adjustment, I can get my handler to kind of tweak this a little bit, but that looks good. And then for these, if I had to do it over again, I might mount them a little closer to the center here. I think I got them a little too far out. I was worried that they might show too much, but actually I may end up ripping these and moving them, like the shoulder straps hit here, but ideally I think I would have put them like here. But what I can do, since I have these things long, I can just tie a little knot here. I'm gonna make a sternum strap, and you can see I just tie them together, and this gets them out of the way. So when I put the chest plate on, it comes exactly right. So that's the lower strapping. This was actually the part that I was kind of more worried about, figuring this stuff out. I didn't know if this would show, but this I placed right where the belt's supposed to go, right here, kind of down this way, and it doesn't show at all. And you can play around with it if you feel like you need to move it lower or whatever. It's up to you guys. This is just where I wanted it. I probably could, wanted to make sure it attached, and you'll never see it. If you notice my thermal detonator, I did that with zip ties, and that's all it is. It's just zip tied in there. So to take it off, actually I should have done this. Just do the reverse. Start with the tank or your crotch strap, whichever way you want to call it. Woo, there we go. Your side straps. Actually, with just that, that's all you need. You can take it off. I like to take everything apart when I put it away, but I'll do that in a little bit. Okay. So now for the uppers. Okay, the uppers are probably more complicated. This is, here you go. This is the most complicated one of all. And that's when I say the uppers are more complicated, even though they have less pieces. There's a lot going on. So let me explain what's happening here. So you'll notice I've got two straps. I've got this one is just 1-inch webbing. It is not stretchy, and that's the one that goes from the back plate, from the back plate to the chest plate. Okay. And on Jimi's kit, everything, the shoulder belts tend to hit right here at the back plate, so that's where all the kind of main work is done. So you notice this one is a little different because it's got the shoulder bell elastic, and what I did was when I mounted it, I cut a little notch in it so that everything would wrap over. This one's a little bit wider than the normal ones. And there is a notch, there's a slit right here. And so what I did, see if I can get that on camera there. So you can see there's a small slit in this side piece, and the shoulder bell strap goes through the slit and sits there. And that way I can lock. Okay, I've got enough extra space here, and I wasn't too worried about the, you know, with the triple lock system, I've got plenty to hold it on to. So now I've got, there we go. So now I've got both shoulder straps, and I've got my shoulder belt, which come out of the same, or held in with the same piece of Velcro. So I would say you might want to epoxy these things in, because they do get a little bit, hang on a second, let me fix this camera here. Focus on the work, not me. There you go. These do get a lot of, you know, you can see right here I've already popped one of these things off. This was that. I did not barge cement this one. Remember we talked about it last night, that barge cement's the way to go. I didn't do it. I'm probably going to end up having to epoxy this because it's already mounted here. But that Gorilla Glue stuff, just, it doesn't hold as well as I want it to. So I'll have to redo this one. So all part of it, you know. Live and learn. Everything I've done with barge cement has stayed on like crazy. I mean, it's awesome stuff. The Gorilla Glue stuff has been hit or miss. So, okay. So the chest plate just has two straps, two of the triple lock here at the top, and it goes together pretty easy. There you go, I'll tip up. So, hey everybody. All right. So, when you're putting it together, I know I'm doing it in front of the camera. I normally would do it trying to let you guys see it. So, there's one, there's the other. And you leave the other one open, and now I'll show you how you put it on. So normally I'd have the shoulder bells on there, and I'll show you those in a second. You just slip it on, and again, because you can see everything, you get it pushed up here tight, okay? And you reach through and triple lock it. Now you'll notice when you do yours, the back plate and the front and the chest piece don't line up. Don't worry about it. That's going to take care of itself shortly. But you'll see I've got my straps here for my shoulder bells hanging down. My shoulder bells. Okay. And the reason you're not going to worry about it is because of the way Jimi's kit's made. So I did this. So I have 3 pieces of Velcro. You notice, you can see, I'll show in a minute, there's 3 pieces of Velcro here. So I just touch it to the back, connect the Velcro up, and it keeps the chest plate and the shoulder plate in line. And then I did Velcro on the, just made the buckles separate. So I can just sit right on there, and there you go. I don't have a lot to worry about. I thought about using neodymium magnets on these, but honestly, because you need to have the Velcro, or you need to have it to help hold the 2 pieces together. And now the only thing I've got left to do on this is I've got 2 pieces of Velcro ready to go, and once I get sized where I really want it, I'm gonna release those and be able to Velcro the two side pieces together so they stay put. But everything on my kit is Velcroed. So oh, that's the wrong side. This one is on this side. There you go. That way you notice I can kind of do this part all by myself. There you go. Chest pieces in. Probably get my handler to help me with the just to do those, and this tucks in there. That tucks there. So I still need to adjust those, but there you go. The upper's done. All right. And then when you get ready to take it off, because everything's Velcroed, it's a piece of cake. Again, just reach in here through the neck, undo the triple lock. Again, that one glue is just not ideal. So, here we go. Tell you what, it holds like a, whew, the triple lock system really does hold. I found that I end up pulling off separating the Velcro sometimes that I really don't want to separate. And that's because I used that Gorilla Glue. You can use epoxy if you want to. I may use it on some of these other pieces that really need to be in there solid as all get out. And I gotta do some repairs, so maybe I'll use some epoxy on that. But I found that barge cement worked really, all the stuff with barge worked well. So, there you go. Okay, thighs, lowers. Let's see. Oh. Hang on. We'll do, I'll show you the shoulder bells now. So, shoulder bells and biceps go together. So, biceps got the locks pretty much. One at the top, one about midway, because you want your bicep to overlap, and then again you can kind of adjust how far up and down. But 2 pieces of triple lock and your biceps fixed. And now it's just a matter of triple locking it onto the this back piece. When you assemble, I recommend that assemble your back piece pretty much like I have on one side. Add your shoulder bells and your biceps to it, so when you get dressed, you just put it on and your biceps can hang. Your handler can help you then slip your biceps on. It works a lot better than trying to attach your bicep when you've got the suit on. You can go ahead and attach your biceps to your shoulder bells to the back plate, and you kind of have one unit. Put that on, and then you can just slip your biceps over. Okay, now you want, let's see, lowers. Okay, so I use the suspender or the garter method, but I went to Goodwill and just picked up a black leather belt and drilled a hole in it to my size, and I've got marks on it for kind of where the straps go. And these are the only kind of funky straps I've got, and I'll explain them. So I did, let me set this back a little bit so you can see. There we go. I did the strap location, so here's the center, and my strap is, here's the bar that goes down the middle of your leg. My strap is about an inch on the inside of that. That's where I mounted the triple lock. Okay, so you can see. You can kind of see where the center line of that is. It's just going to be on the inside, and that's just to make sure that when I'm wearing them, they don't try to drift around this way. I'd rather them just, you know, kind of stay centered, so I can adjust it with the belt. And that's some other advice I got from somebody else was, don't lock in the location on your belt until you've worn a little while and kind of see where it's naturally going to drift on your body. That way you don't have it binding. So here's one of the straps. Okay, so this is the thigh strap. And remember I told you this is the only one funky. So this part here goes on the thigh piece like this with so this is facing out, so to me, so this goes on the thigh, this goes up over the belt, and because it's stretched, you see how I added a little camel right there, a little camel hump. That way when this thing stretches out, it stretches flat, and that way I can mount it, I can hook it over my belt and pull it, and it makes sure it stays right up tight, because you don't want your thighs to start drifting down and falling around your knees or having to rest on your shins. My shins aren't attached to anything, they're just clamshelled around there with some Velcro on the back. But you want your thighs to be right up, you know, where they're supposed to be. This lets you do that. That's pretty much it. I don't have any Velcro on my forearms, although I might add some hot glue and do something to make sure they don't twist. But that's the strapping. The belt is going to have some Velcro on it, and I'm going to add Velcro to the back plate so that the belt doesn't drift down. But again, that's just Velcro tabs. And I've had somebody tell me to add a tab from the ab and add a little strap with just easy Velcro, nothing tight, just keep it loose, but add some Velcro and add a tab up here under the chest and add a tab to the ab to make sure that they don't drift. So it kind of keeps your plates from twisting and doing, you know, you want those two things to kind of move together, but not, you don't want your abs like, you know, here's your chest plate and your ab starts going this way. You want everything to be kind of right in line, and that'll keep them. My battery pack goes in the back of the back plate, Velcro it in there, and then my wires for my helmet come up through the back of the suit, and the helmet's heavy enough as it is. It's not really that heavy, but it's heavy enough. I didn't want to add battery packs and everything inside and have the weight on my head. I wanted the weight more on the body part, so that's where I put my battery pack. But that's the system. If you got any questions, post them. I'll answer everything I can, whatever you want to know. Later, guys. Peace.